If you're on the fence about trying out natural deodorant, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to be covering this icy eucalyptus natural deodorant from Sudsy. I'm also going to be mentioning other natural deodorants that I have tested out on this channel, just to give you guys a point of reference and compare how this Sudsy deodorant measures up to other really good natural deodorants. I did already test out and make a video about Sudsy's pine tar soap. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, go watch that video on my channel page. First of all, the scent, I think that's what most people care about. I want to cover that. I went to a fancy hotel spa a long time ago and they had this eucalyptus scent pumping through the air. It was very calming. I even felt like I could breathe better. So that's why I picked the icy eucalyptus scented deodorant. They have a whole bunch of other scents that I might cover in the future too. The best way that I can describe the eucalyptus scent, if you've never smelled it before, it is very minty, but also some pine and woodiness and a little bit of herbal scent notes from rosemary. That rosemary scent is not as strong, and it also has a little bit of sweetness that I would describe as coming from sweet orange. Those sweet scent notes are not as present or as noticeable, but you can still smell them. But it's also got some green and earthy scent notes. I know that that's kind of a lengthy description, but what you will really smell the most will be that eucalyptus peppermint earthy scent. And this one is icy eucalyptus. It did feel a little bit more refreshing and more cooling when I applied this to my armpits. I absolutely love the scent. One thing I did not mention in the intro, every product that I talk about on this channel, I give it a score on a 5-point scale. So I'm going to give this deodorant that score at the end of the video. Now, moving on to the performance. How well did this stuff work? On the label here, they claim that you'll get a 12-hour protection from it, but that was not true for me, at least. I did apply a generous amount when I used this stuff, but unfortunately it only lasted about 4 hours and then I had to reapply. I didn't necessarily smell bad at the 4-hour mark, but I could tell that it was starting to wear down, and if I let it go any longer, some body odor probably would have crept up, and that's never good. When you compare that to the Dr. Squatch deodorants, this does not work as well. For me personally, the Dr. Squatch deodorants, those last about 6 to 8 hours, depending on what I'm doing, right? If I'm outside working in the heat, it'll probably only last 4 to 6 hours, but if I'm in an office setting, it'll last about 6 to 8 hours for me. My favorite Dr. Squatch deodorant right now is the Birchwood Breeze. If you haven't tried that, you must try it. It smells really good. So even though this only lasted about 4 hours, there is something that this deodorant does better than the Dr. Squatch deodorant. That is that it doesn't leave any stains on my shirt. I tested this out with many dark colored shirts. I used this stuff while I mowed my lawn. I sweat a lot, so I wanted to see if this would leave any marks. The Dr. Squatch deodorants, on the other hand, those did leave stains on my shirts. They weren't hard to wash out or anything, but I do want to mention that just to let you guys know. Now, moving on to the ingredients, this does have many of the same ingredients that Dr. Squatch uses too, like this caprylic triglyceride, arrowroot powder, coconut oil, shea butter, just many other similar ingredients too. Now, they did infuse this one obviously with a lot of eucalyptus essential oil because they wanted to get that scent in here. So ingredient wise, I think they did a really good job, similar to Dr. Squatch. So I will say, if you are a fan of Dr. Squatch, I think that you have to try this icy eucalyptus deodorant from Sudsy. Dr. Squatch doesn't have any deodorants with this similar scent profile. So if you want to branch out from Dr. Squatch, I think this is a good option. Price wise, it costs the exact same as the Dr. Squatch deodorants too. They're both $13, but this Sudsy deodorant, you only get 2.5 ounces, and with Dr. Squatch, you get 2.65 ounces, so you get a little bit more with Dr. Squatch. But this Sudsy deodorant is worth it in my opinion. This is probably my second favorite deodorant at the moment. Number one on my list right now is the Birchwood Breeze deodorant. That always changes a little bit depending on what I try, what I test out. Anyway, the overall score that I would give this icy eucalyptus deodorant from Sudsy would be a 3.8 out of 5 stars. Unfortunately, because it only lasts about 4 hours, I didn't give it a higher score. I think if they can get it to last a little bit longer. That is the only negative that I can think of with this deodorant. Other than that, this is an amazing deodorant. You should try it out. They have a bunch of other scents too. They have one with a barber shop scent that looks really interesting too. That might be the next one that I try out. If you're a fan of Sudsy Bear, let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one I should try next. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I make videos about men's essential products and accessories, things like this deodorant. I make Duke Cannon reviews too and Dr. Squatch reviews. I like talking about sunglasses, watches, just anything else that is an essential item for men. Thanks for watching today, guys. Like and subscribe. Have a great one. I'll talk to you next time.